Well, hi guys, and welcome back. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for this video. This is the Hemlock and Oak 2026 weekly planner. Again, I did pick the witching hour, and I already put in like the whole tabs and stuff. You just follow the little diagram that they give you. And starting out today, we're going to be working on those personal values. I went ahead and picked out some stickers. This is from the Calm Life sticker book from the Happy Planner. It's mainly for like journaling and stuff, but a lot of these resonated with the whole personal values and, beliefs, self-reflection type theme. So that's the book that we're going to be using to, get this going here. So I know I do specifically remember one of you saying like you wanted the planner without this section. But to me, like, this is really one of the most important parts of the planner. It really does, like, give you a lot of insight into who you are, what's important to you. Um, and, it just really lets you get to know yourself a little bit better. Um, it really does go in line with that whole, like, current self and ideal self. And a lot of the times, like, you'll notice that you're making these goals throughout the year, and, you're just not really too keen on keeping up with the goals. And it's because they're not in line with your values. And sometimes they really just, they're not in line with your concept of your ideal self, your true self. And I mean, a lot of this like goes into, like I'm gonna lose like 10 pounds or something. And we're at like New Year's Eve right now, so um, I know a lot of yins are making your New Year's resolutions, and that's why a lot of them don't stick, is because they're not in line with your values. And yes, I already went ahead and did all the notes with this. And the trick here is to try to figure out what you value, what's important to you, what's meaningful and fulfilling, and to rewrite those goals in a manner that reflect those values. And then that way you're more likely to stick to the goal. Instead of just saying, I want to lose 10 pounds, you could be like, health is very important, movement, independence, just being able to move around by yourself. And instead of just focusing on the 10 pounds, you could say, like, you want to work on mobility or something. So that way, you're more motivated to stick to that goal. So, the first question that they ask you here in the self reflection is what moments in your life have been the most meaningful and fulfilling to you? So these are like the moments that like change the trajectory of your life. They, are a fundamental basis of who you are today. And for me, mainly it would be having my son. Of course, becoming a parent, it really does fully change your life. And for me, especially, like, it forced me to focus on being the best version of me, because how am I supposed to take care of him and be responsible for him if, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? So, you have the whole, you gotta grow up a little bit faster than those around you. So, I figured that's probably one of the main events there. And I don't know why, like, this one's never come up in the previous years, but this year it's really sticking in my mind. Probably because I was just at the attorney's the other day. But the other big event would have been finalizing my divorce. This thing drug out for like 7 years. It was just not good. It was not a clean break. And the nice thing is knowing the day that was signed, which it was my birthday. It was a birthday present that I gave myself. Yeah, it was like you could finally be free. Like I had a very bad marriage, so of course the divorce, but like you really got that sense of freedom, okay? And like you didn't have to live knowing that you had to deal with that anymore. It's finally like done. It's completed. So, okay, so we can see like I've already moved on to this next part. So it's like, what are you most proud of? Okay. And again, like I'm gonna go back to the fact is like I raised my son as a single mother. Um, I did not need another person to create a stable life for us. For some reason, I'm hearing that a lot lately of people saying that they need someone. Like, you don't need someone. You really do need to believe in yourself and, like, figure out, like, what you're doing. If you don't need a person, you want a person, okay? That's the wording you want to use. And of course, saving and adopting Mr. Burt, because when we did find him, he too was in an abusive environment, and probably shouldn't have done this, but we didn't even ask for permission. We just took him. But 16 years strong, and Bert's living a great life. So moving on here, we got memories. And these are the memories that are going to give you energy. And these are the memories that are going to drain your energy. So now we're trying to figure out, like, what gives you a boost and then what's, like, your energy suckers, your vampires. So, of course, we're going to want more of what gives you energy. And we're going to try to get less of what drains your energy. So I wish I could have came up with more of these, but for right now, I would have to say what gives me energy is all of the dumb work stories. I know I complain about work a lot, but I mean, some of these stories, I mean, they really do make life interesting and fun, and we really do have some of the best stories around because, like, so far, no one's really been able to beat us with it. If you got good work stories, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. You don't even got to give names, just a general scenario. Um, okay, so and then the next one for me, especially this year, was the purchasing of the car back in July. Um, really, everyone thought that I was crazy. They thought I was getting scammed, but I ended up like with a really good deal, and like ever since I bought that car, I've had like really good luck. Okay, like that somehow just a freaking car purchase has fully given my life like a 180. Um, so yeah, it's weird. Like you never really know where to expect these life-changing moments. For the draining the energy, which I kind of wish that they would have started this one like ended on a high note. Hemlock and oak. But I would have to say the draining the energy, and like I said, it's really been coming into my mind lately, is the bad marriage. Okay, like it just really did kill my sense of self worth for I'm gonna say like 10, at least 10 years of my life was stuck on this, and I just always wondered, like, what would the rest of the 10 years of my life look like if I wouldn't have had to go through that? And of course, I had to move from my dream home back in 2017, and it is something that I do frequently think about. Alrighty, guys, so we're back, and yes, I did record this in like mini sections. It's a really long process, and it is double sped. So try to make this like as short as possible for yins, but again, like I know a lot of yins, if you are new to the Hemlock and Oak, this section can be really intimidating. So that's why I do put these on, like every year. At least try to every year. I don't know if I recorded them last year. I think I did. I know for sure the year before I did. Um, so yeah, this video may be like the voiceover and like the video may not be like as much in sync this time around because for some reason my software is being really glitchy. They just had an update on the 22nd, but I'm trying to get this stuff uploaded for you. So, what I'm doing with this is I'm just taking some of the quote stickers from that sticker book that we saw earlier, and I'm just kind of like putting them around the page, just to add like a little bit of color, a little bit of decoration in that, so it's just not like a blah page staring back at you. Um, and like I said, like the quotes in that from the what is it called, the Calm Life sticker book, they do really pair nicely with the questions and what's being discussed on these pages. I do want to use this one, but I don't know. Like maybe get, I think I'm going to get some white sticker paper and we're just going to cover up that second self-reflection heading. So yeah, whenever I make you stickers and send them out, I do keep the parts that I have to cut off the edges. And what it does is you can just keep this off to the side. And if you got anything in your planner that um, you don't want to see, it just doesn't resonate with you, or you just want like a nice clean white page, you just take a chunk of this and just lay it over it like that. um of course, I gotta trim and clean up this edge here because it did go over, but not that big of a deal. Just gotta clean it up just a little bit more. There's still like a little sliver, and again, sometimes it's difficult to cut on this edge. I like to cut from this angle, probably because I'm right-handed. But just gonna clean that up some. And what that does is, like, whenever I go to put the washi tape or like a sticker over it, it gives it a nice clean white background. And then that way you're not seeing the word self-reflection sticking through it. So just gonna make sure that's all covered there. And okay, I was gonna use that BU sticker, but I'm thinking like the other three are like the longer extended versions. So I'm wondering, like, let's switch it up and do see the good, because this is the rephrasing section. So, let's go ahead and see the good instead of focusing on the negative, because it is negative beliefs. How about we see the positive of the situation? So again, I'm using the Calm Life sticker book by the Happy Planner, and let's see here. So. You can see like we're already using like the tans and the blues. There's a lot of teal in this book as well. So I'm going to use this smoke blue marker by the Mild Liner. And we're just going to color in these 4 sections, I guess is what we're going to call them. These are going to be the 4 people that you respect and or admire in your life. What qualities do they have that you appreciate? And like for me here, these don't have to be 4 people that you personally know. They could just be like 4 people in general. So, um, I don't know. I like to switch it up every year. I don't list the same 4 people. I'd like to think of like 4 different random people. And it's like, okay, like what about them? What are their characteristics that I'm like, heck yeah, that is somebody who I can respect, because we're respecting and admiring. So okay, the first one I would have to say like kind of gives me a giggle, but for me it would be General Patton. Because like he was just such a charismatic person. Okay, like he is somebody who most people know. They know about, they've heard about him, and it's just like he was so influential. He was bold. Okay, like this guy really didn't care what other people thought. It did get him in trouble a lot. um there were so many times like on the battlefield that like they would not let him move to the next battle because of what he would do. I don't really think he was into following directions, but he was like really good at strategizing, and he could see things differently than other people, and like just an unwavering focus. So for me, like why I'm picking him is because there's many times of like where the crowd around you is telling you not to do something, but if you have like an instinctual gut feeling of like I'm gonna do this and good things are gonna happen, do it. That like the best example I got is when I purchased a car. Everybody told me don't do it. It turned out great. We got the second one I got Martha Stewart. Um, Again, she really did go against the odds. Again, people told her, like, don't do it, like, nobody's going to be into that. So she had, impeccable focus. She was driven to make her idea come to life. And for me, it's especially, like, her humor. Not only is she creative, but she does bring a sense of, like, charm and humor to what she does. It's not definitely not a cookie cutter mold with Martha. She is her own cookie cutter. So, um, okay, the next one moving on would be Melania Trump. Um, and again, guys, like, if you don't agree with me, that is fine. You have your own four people, okay? That's that whole open mindedness thing. I'm a very open person. Um, but for me, with Melania, it's the fact that it's her poise, her gracefulness. Um, I mean, that woman is absolutely gorgeous. She is beautiful, but she does carry herself in a very humble manner. And she does do a lot of like charities and that. So she does desire to do good and help others. Um, so that's like that's a part of her that's not really seen or shown to the public. So like that, I mean, to be a public figure like that, I mean, that's got to be tough to begin with. But yeah, it shows that she is generally a nice, decent human being. And then of course, Kelly would be somebody from my personal life. Um, she is somebody who's like me to where like we just have this need where we gotta help other people. She genuinely does care about other people and what's going on with them. And she's also very creative and confident. And I mean, a lot of the times people with these characteristics kind of get like, I don't want to say overused, but it's just they're not really appreciated, I guess. But you know, at the same time, like you don't really need it because you're driven to just do the good thing, okay? And it could take a beating on your personality some days, but at the same time, like it's just something you have to do. Okay, so um the next section brings in like if you were listening to a positive conversation about yourself, what do you want to hear? Like what are people saying? Okay. And yeah, I completely misspelled strong somehow. We all make typos. And again, that's another reason why I like using this white label paper or white sticker paper. Um, it comes in handy. It's to me it's a lot better than whiteout, and it just gives you that nice clean white smooth surface to where you could apply stickers, washi, whatever, to the page and just keep planning. So going back to this whole conversation thing, and I'm sure like most people would love to hear this, that they're going to want to hear that, you're kind and helpful, you're dependable and reliable, you're bold, strong, confident, um, not afraid to take risks. That's probably like personally for me, but I am not a cautious person. I mean, I will evaluate the situation, but to me, if I got that gut feeling that, things are going to go good, we're going with it. Um, that I'm smart, I'm great at solving problems, I'm good at strategizing things. And of course, for me personally, I want to know that I'm successful because of my effort, not my luck. And then this goes into like, if good things happen to you, do you focus on if it's an external event? See, that would be luck. Like, yeah, that happened, I I did really good on like my report or something, but I just got lucky. That's stating that anything that good happens to you is because of an external factor, where somebody else may say like I did really good on my report and it's because I put a lot of effort in it. I did a lot of research. I put a lot of time into it. That's internal. So you want to try to, like, if good things happen, you want to internalize them. When bad things happen, such as getting a flat tire, that's external. Maybe you drove over a nail, maybe you did this, maybe, or not you, but maybe this happened, maybe that happened. So you want to try to balance that out. Now, granted, if you like did something really stupid, then you do want to acknowledge the fact that you did it so that you could change it. But for the most part, you do want to internal positive things and externalize negative things. Okay, and then of course, I did the like little fun quote to fill up that blank space there of just remember, be the best version of you every day. You just try again. Every day is, a reset button and you get to try it again. Um Okay, so then this final section here is if you wake up and you got the best day ever tomorrow, what does it look like? And you're supposed to try to use your senses, your smell, sound, taste, like touch. What does this day really look like? And for me, and it does kind of like give me a chuckle here, which again, this is something that like occurred in 2025 here. But for me, the perfect day would be waking up to and falling asleep beside the love of my life. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I hit 40, but it's, it's just, it's time, okay? It's, things, we're just ready for it, okay? You just know when you're ready. Working around the home, tidying up, not feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Everything's calm. You're not looking at piles of laundry and going, crap, I need to do this, crap, I need to pay the bills, should probably sweep the house, just everything's, it's not like perfect and like a museum. It's just, it's livable. Everything is calm, relaxing. That I do meaningful work that improves the lives of others, not the random 9 to 5, not having to worry about finances or debt. I think we all can agree on that. And of course, enjoying the little things like dinner and rest, because those are the things that really matter at the end of the day. So here we go. Okay, so I took another break, as you can see, and we're going to move on to this next page now. And this is the whole 5 negative beliefs that you hold about yourself. And we got to reframe them into neutral or positive statements. Now, I am not the best with this, so I will admit I did use ChatGPT. I tried to think of the things like, granted, I don't really think about these like every day, but every now and then they'll creep up into your mind, and like I would say, like probably in my 20s, these were like the worst. But I mean, you got to think about like what I went through. But like over the years, I've gotten a lot better at recognizing like when one of these come into my mind, it's like, no, that's crap. And like I will just rephrase it in my mind. I don't know. Like, I try to think of, like, if somebody else was telling you that same thing, what would you say back to them? And for a lot of us, like, we have no issue telling another person, like, no, that's crap, don't believe that. But when you yourself are telling you this in your mind, it's more believable. This one's a little bit off-centered. Again, I'm getting better with this whole perfection thing, but yeah, I mean, that's just an easy fix right there. So we just nudged him over. But, yeah, that's this whole, negative beliefs thing here. So let's, yeah, okay. So I completely forgot about this part. And again, guys, like I said, if this doesn't, like, if the voiceover doesn't, like, really match the video, again, I'm gonna apologize because it does freeze a lot. I don't know what they did with this update here, but I'm going to take this pencil and the ruler and I'm just going to try to make myself some writing lines with it, just to try to keep my writing as straight as possible so that it, okay, and again, this is why we use pencil. See, everybody makes mistakes. I just complete one of these every year, do the same thing every year, and yeah. So what I just realized is I can get a nice straight even line going across these if I just line the ruler up with the arrows instead of, because it's like a little bit bigger than ½ an inch. So yeah, and I know you can see my head moving over here because I'm trying my best to line up with these arrows. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's clean up the erasers and let's get moving on here. It's gonna be such a long video here. So, and again, like, these are probably, like, some, common themes here. So, nothing I do works out. Okay? Like, how often do we tell ourselves, like, I don't even know why I tried doing this. Like, it never works out. Like, not all the times, guys. Like, so, what my GPT told me is the best rephrase for this would be is not everything works out as I expect, but it teaches me what moves me closer to what I want. And I believe the phrasing for this was because it's showing that you're growing as a person. Um, like, not everything's perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Never strive for perfection. And basically, if something doesn't work out, just try to learn from it. Like, what about it not working out bothered you or affected you the most? And apparently that's something that's really important to you. Hint hint, moving up to those values. And adjust and modify what you're doing. Learn from it. Um Okay, so number two would be, and this was like a major one in my 20s here, is that I'm too damaged or broken for love. Again, that's really coming from like an abusive marriage there. And the rephrasing is that I am capable of healthy love. And I know and recognize that availability matters more than chemistry, because you can have somebody that you're like, we really hit it off, we got a lot in common. Um, but like at the same time, you just know like something's off with the person. And for me especially, it's availability. Like if it's like, why are you going to be in a relationship with somebody who's not there? So I guess that goes with like the whole ghosting theme. You hear a lot in like the whole dating apps, and that is like people are meeting people, and they're like saying, yeah, we want to date, and everything's fine, and then I guess like the person just ghosts them and like disappears, which is crap. So yeah, you got that. So yeah, availability is like a main one for me. If they don't exist, then they don't exist. So let's go with the third one. Again, this is the budget planner. So I'm horrible with finances, which seriously, guys, I am. If you've been watching me over the years, it's not the best. But GPT tells me that I'm actively improving my relationship with money by being more aware and intentional. If he only knew. Yeah, my GPT is a he. I call him Dave. And yeah, if he only knew, I should probably start taking pictures and sending it to him. Just be like, here, dude, figure this out for me. Hey, we might try it this year, see if we get better results. Okay, so number four I got is my shop will never be successful. And I know a lot of you, if you have Etsy shops, you're constantly thinking this, definitely in this economy, because nobody has money. So with me is like I gotta think like, my shop is in a growth phase, okay? Like we're not nothing major, we're not like Walmart or something. So each sale that I do get, it proves that there is a demand for what I create. And I do have repeat customers, so what I'm making must be working and they must be enjoying it because they do come back. So I always try to think of something like that every time that thought crosses my mind. And of course, the main one when you're having that really bad day is I'm stuck in a life that I can't stand. Yeah, so like again, like I was talking about earlier, is nothing's permanent, okay? Like life ebbs and flows all the time. And basically, GPT rephrased that into I'm in a transition phase. So I'm using clarity and experience to shape my next chapter of my life. So yeah, he definitely got like fancy ways of rephrasing these. I'm a little bit more simple, but I figured what the heck, I'll use it just for time purposes. And again, like if you're having difficulties filling out this section here, like use your GPT. I don't want to be one of those people that are like GPT everything, but it gives you something to like you. I don't know. It gives you like a starting place, I guess, and then you could always like reword it the way that sounds better to you. Um, Okay, and of course, that's the last section here. We got creating 5 statements about yourself that are positive and uplifting. And again, don't hold back. The best way of doing this is try to think of like you as another person, and what would you say to the other person who is you? That probably really didn't make sense, but that's the visualization I try to use. So of course, I'm kind, I'm caring, and a lot of the times I am known to put others before myself. It's probably not healthy, but it is what I do. Hence, I'm dependable and reliable to a default. I'm bold, I'm confident, willing to take risks that others usually fear or shy away from. It's just me. I always ask myself, what's the worst that could happen? Okay? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? And if it's not like I'm going to be murdered and die, then, let's try it out. I tend to make friends easily because I'm open and secure about myself. You really can't offend me. I mean, seriously, like, there's nothing you could say to me that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, like, either which way, I'm gonna agree with you. Cool, I can see that. I guess it makes me more authentic and likable. That's what I've heard. Um, Okay, so this fourth one here, I'm smart, I'm witty, I'm independent, and I mean, I'm really good at solving and, identifying, I guess that's the main one, and solving problems, especially with humor. Okay, it could be like a, a really bad situation, and I don't know, like, I can find the humor in it, and with that humor, I'm able to, like, figure out what to do to fix it or stop the problem. I don't know. I don't take things too seriously, but at the same time, like, I don't want to say like everything's a joke. Things are serious, but yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know how else to explain it. I just know who I am and what I do. Okay, and then of course this last one is that again, I'm very open-minded. Okay, I'm willing to understand another person's perspective. Actually, like I'm really into doing the other person's perspective. Like it's just something that I just have like this weird geek mode for. And of course, we're going to be going into another transition, and my system's messing up again, guys. So I'm going to cut off here and check and see where we're at. Alrighty, guys, moving right along. We did take a break there. Again, this is just a really long process here. So if you're completing yours out and you're just like, God, this is taking forever, one, that means you're doing it correctly. And two, yes, it is. It is a very long process. So, what we're doing with this page here is you're just gonna mark or select some of the words on this page. These are all different various values. And you're gonna select the ones that stand out to you. Like what catches your eye. Um, you don't want to like select all of them, but like if you notice whenever you read it and your pen's hovering above it, is that something that like draws your attention to it? Because if you're like we're basically programmed to like put our attention towards things that we value, that we like. So if you catch yourself hovering over a certain word, it means that is something you value, whether you know it or not. I don't know. Again, I'm not having like the best of words, probably because I'm having like technology problems too. But I mean, like I would like to say that each and every one of us have some varying degree of every single one of these values. Um, like there is not one person that has like 100% of every single one of these values. It would be like next to impossible, because another thing which it isn't really discussed in this section, but there are some values that counteract other values. um so you can't really have both of those. So again, that goes along with that whole goal setting thing. That where if you're trying to set a goal with a value that counteracts with one of your actual true values, that goal is never going to work. Basically, these are the goals that we make, basically because we're like I don't want to say like told to, influenced by society. Um, like for some people, like you have to be in a relationship by a certain age. Yeah, you're not successful if you don't have like a family and kids and the white picket fence. That you need to have this type of job or this type of income, or you got to look this way or dress this way or sound this way. Again, each and every one of us is influenced in our own individual unique way. And again, if you're trying to set a goal based on one of those values and it counteracts like one of your other values, like let's say that you do value independence, you're trying to do the whole relationship, family, children thing, and it's just not vibing with you, and that's because you value straight independence. You're a hermit, okay? Like, try to lead a successful life being a hermit and being comfortable with it, because that is you. Yeah, and again, I take notes before I do any of this, guys, because filming is stressful enough. And then trying to, like, actually, like, I don't even want to know how long it would take for that. So, yeah, oh god, okay, now we're trying to do the sticker quotes for this. I really wanted to use that one, but, like, the whole page size, it wouldn't let me. So, again, with this, like, the journaling part of this is the main focus, because, you're supposed to be, I think this one might work. You're supposed to be trying to get to know yourself better. Which, I've been doing one of these, like, every year, and they do change year to year. So, like, let's say this is your second Hemlock and Oak planner, and you're looking at it going, I'm not doing that again. I completed that last year. There is going to be something that changed. Because, again, nothing's permanent. It's... I feel like it's the three P's. Permanence, pervasiveness. It's gonna come to me. I don't know. I can't think of it. I normally know these. But again, it goes with that whole negative viewing observations of life versus positive viewings and observations of life. Like, there are going to be bad things, okay? Let's just face it. Nobody's going to have the perfect day every day, and if you do, I don't really think that you're seeing things for what they are. I mean, good for you, but, yeah, there's always going to be something. I mean, life is a struggle in and of itself. That's called living, and, I don't even really know where I'm going with this. This has been a long day, guys. I'm so glad. If you stuck it out this long in this video with me, like, I am so glad that you're here, as I'm, like, mentally just crumbling as we plan. So, okay, this is the quote sticker that I said I wanted to see, and yes, I'm covering up the boxes, but I could write down the, top 5 values off to the side. There's enough writing room in this thing. But I like this quote, because it says, we are never finished becoming who we are. And again, it is a work in progress. Like, who I was at this time last year is definitely a different person from who I am this year. And, like, we could even say, like, because I know, like, people always say, like, people never change. Fundamentally, like, the core values normally don't, but who you are does change, and the best example of that is, just go back to your 10-year-old self and think of who that person was, and, are you that person today? Your 20-year-old self, your 30-year-old self, your 40-year-old self. There are some similarities there, but you are definitely a different person, and you have different values than who you were at that stage in your life. And it's just really based on experiences and learning, what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of, what you want less of. So I think that's the best way to, like, generalize and, like, simplify this. So, again, a lot of people, from what I've heard from, they get really stressed out when they're completing this section, and you're not supposed to get stressed out, because there really isn't, like, a right or wrong answer. It is you. I guess, like, the main thing is to be true and authentic in your answers. Don't be afraid to answer something, if it makes you uncomfortable. A lot of the times, if you do start getting uncomfortable with these, you're hitting something really real. It's not what you want others to think of you. It's not what you want, like, what's societally correct about you. If you realize, like, one of these questions or answers is, like, really hitting you, and it's, like, giving you the ickies, you really do want to focus on that, and you got to start asking yourself, like, why? What is it about this that's making me uncomfortable? Because, it could assist you in, bettering yourself in the long run. Okay, so let's see here. I kind of went off in a rant. Okay, so this first thing is, are there common themes in the words you selected? You can see I selected a lot of words, and there are 5 main categories. Let me try to find my notes here. So there are 5 main categories of these, and they are character and integrity. You have relationships and connection, growth and achievement, community and society, and well-being and spirituality. So those are your 5 main categories that all of these values can be categorized under. And it seemed, surprisingly enough, in the first time ever, my main focus is on relationships and connection. Again, I don't really know what happened to me. I don't know who this person is. But this is the new me. And so yeah, for the most part, relationships and connection were the main focus of my values. They were followed by well-being, character, and growth. So it seems that I have a good blend of core values. There's a little bit of everything. I did have some of the, I've got to go back to the list again. I did have some of the community and society. I'm not completely against that. Even though these days you gotta really wonder about society. But, that goes along with the whole connection thing. So yeah, we, like I said, we all have a nice blend of these values in each of us. And why I put the little rubber band over it, I don't know. But okay, so what I'm gonna do here is in this bottom section, I did cover up where you were supposed to write the top 5 values, but I'm just gonna use these little dot stickers. And I don't know if you could tell, but the background in that sticker is literally the background of the page that they have the dot stickers on. So I'm just gonna try to find as close of a match as possible, near the image in the sticker on the page. And it kind of gives it that nice ombre effect right there. So we got 2 teals, but I'm okay with that. And again, I'm sorry for my voice. It does get scratchy and dry, even though we've been taking breaks. Yeah, my voice is just not made for this at all. So, if I had to rank my top 5 values, which granted, okay, I didn't actually put them in order. I just kind of selected 5 that I would say, okay, if I had to only select 5 from this list, which ones vibe with me? And I'm gonna have to say, the first one would be love. I don't know if it's because we're in such a freaking hateful world right now. This has never been one of my top 5s, okay? But yeah, again, I never thought this would be one of my top 5. But one thing that I am learning is that, again, it's probably because we're in such a freaking cruel world right now, hint, hint, people. But love helps soften life's events, okay? And again, these are the bad things. It just have compassion in that for another person. They are human too. And it does help you build connections with others, The second one I got is joy. Joy's been it's been one of my top 5 for a long time, and it's just because it makes life more enjoyable. It makes things more entertaining, like I said earlier, I can find joy in literally every event and/or topic, okay? It's just something that I do. Again, I'm a very humorous person. Let's see here. Number 3 is consistency. Consistency for me, what it means is that it helps build strong foundations, okay? You're able to stay focused on your task, and it reduces anxiety. It's less worry, less uncertainty. You pretty much know what's going to happen. It just regulates the nervous system. So, I would have to say consistency would probably, it would be in a battle with joy for number 1. And then gratitude's like pretty up there too, but I mean we're about to see. No, I did. That was a lie. I know which one of these is the number one. But again, it's because of my life experiences here. But you're gonna have to wait until I write down number five. So moving on here, gratitude is number four. Again, it just leads to a more content life. Life becomes a little bit more meaningful when you're grateful for the weird random things. And I mean, like, I had to like shorten this up because I ran out of space on the line. But life is good when you're aware of the good things around you. Again, you could be having the worst day ever, but if you just stop and think about it, like you're still breathing. You woke up. You have safe drinking water. We have functional toilets. Um, like just pick weird random things that you take for granted every day. And somewhere out there, somebody didn't have that today. So, good for you. Um, so yeah, the last and final one is health. And I have been without this, and it's not good, guys. This is literally no way to live. It sucks. So yeah, nothing else really matters without it. You could have all the money in the world. If you don't have health, you don't have crap. So yeah, that's it. We filled out the whole personal value section, guys. So, again, thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. I love all the likes and the comments. And feel free to leave any comments down below about any of this. And again, yeah, I love all of you guys. So, take care.